Who? Bhagavan Madhusudana, the Lord Krishna, Lord Madhusudana. Why it is Madhusudana? Another name of Krishna. Why? He killed the Daitya, the what do you call? Huh? So he killed this demon, or this Daitya means Ashura. This killed the slayer of this Asura means, what will you say Asura? Demon. The demon Asura, whose name was Madhu. So, O Krishna then tried to talk to Arjuna and consoled him. Bodhaya Masa. Aroused, awakened him, or consoled him. So, observing Arjuna, overwhelmed with grief, when his son Abhimanyu was killed in the war between Kurus and Pandavas, that is the war going on, Arjuna and Duryodhana, the Lord Madhusudana, Krishna, comforted Arjuna with such awakening words. When you get totally depressed, then you see you need a strong message. When disease is very severe, doctors give what? High dose medicine, strong dose medicine. No? So here, Vedanta Gita also, when Arjuna was totally despondent, then he said, Are, why are you talking like that? The body will go, body will come. Are you like this, that? So high dose Vedanta. So here also we find Sri Bhagavan Uvacha. Sri Bhagavan, Krishna, started responding to Arjuna's grief situation. What he said? Sri Bhagavan Uvacha. As we read in the Bhagavad Gita, it is almost the same. Sri Bhagavan Uvacha. What Bhagavan said? King sochasi shake partha vismitoshi puroditam mudha prayo vimugdhosi magno shishuka sagare. King sochasi shake partha vismitoshi puroditam. What does it mean? King means why? Why are you sochasi? You are lamenting. Why are you lamenting? Sakhe, oh my friend Arjuna. Because they are friends, Krishna and Arjuna are friends. So you are my friend. Oh my friend, why are you lamenting? Oh Partho Arjuna. Vismitosi. Have you forgotten? Have you forgotten the Purodita, what I have told you before? Before means when? Before this war started. What is our Bhagavad Gita? He is referring to the Bhagavad Gita, what we read, which is so much famous. It's called Bhagavad Gita. Supanishatsu Brahma Vidyayam Yoga Shastre Sri Krishna Arjuna Samvade. All the chapters we read. So he says, oh my friend Arjuna, why are you lamenting? Vismitosi, you have forgotten altogether. Earlier I stated what I told, Purodita, what I have told you, Murha Prayo, and now becoming like an ignorant person. Like an ignorant person, almost like an ignorant person. Vimudhosi, you have become bewildered. Before war also you become like that. I gave you such message and you have forgotten altogether. And now you are behaving like a ignorant man. You are a man of wisdom. You know the body goes, body comes, this message, eternal message. I have told you the cream of the Upanishads. No? So you have forgotten Vimudhosi, Magnosi, and now you are sinking. You are sunk. You are sunk in Soka Sagara, in the ocean. Sagara is the ocean of Soka, of bereavement. As if there is an ocean of bereavement and you have drowned yourself there. You forgot. I gave you such wonderful spiritual message. So The running translation will come. Oh, dear friend, oh Arjuna, oh Partha, being bewildered and sinking in the ocean of grief, why are you lamenting almost like an ignorant one, forgetting the noble counsel that was taught in the past? I gave you this message. So, how many people get benefit out of that? And you should not forget within these 13 days, because it is happening in the 13th day. Only 12 days before, I gave you the message. But this is very important. That's why even God comes to give us knowledge and wisdom. We need practice. Forgetfulness is our nature. As we say, we are discussing now. This, what he's saying, it appears very nice. Aha, that is true. But when I go out and something happens, bas, I get lost. We cannot remember this message. We have not medha, that type of special buddhi, buddhi shuddhi, buddhi shuddhi, or the purity of the buddhi. Intelligence is lacking. Intelligence for other thing is there. For day-to-day living, we have intelligence. But this spiritual intelligence, to carry that intelligence is very difficult. We don't get that. So that's why now, so the first verse, we have done the second verse, no? Second verse, King Sochasi Sakhe Partho Vismitoshi Puroditam Muraprayo Vimugdoshi Magnoshi Sukosagare. So that is the thing we did just now. Oh dear Arjuna, being bewildered, you are sinking yourself in the ocean of grief. And why are you lamenting like an ignorant person? And you forgot the noble counsel that I taught you in the past. Probably who are online, please check. You can get this, what you call the text on
Vedanta.org.
Vedanta.org/.
Vedanta.org/Shanti-Gita.
Shanti-Gita. Vedanta.org/Shanti-Gita. You can go there and then you find. Again, I am saying Vedanta.org/Shanti-Gita. There you see the text. Now come to the third verse. You can check on your computer the third verse. Maike sattavaj jnanam shuka mohasya karanam tadbuddhosi cha dhirosi shukam tyaktva sukhi bhavo. Again, Maike sattavaj jnanam, Maike sattavaj jnanam shuka mohasya karanam, shuka mohasya karanam twang buddhosi cha dhirosi, twang buddhosi cha dhirosi shukam tyaktva sukhi bhavo, shukam tyaktva sukhi bhavo. Very beautiful. In one stroke he is saying, you be happy. You should not be steeped into that repentance and frustration and bereavement and pain. Maike sattavaj gayanam. Maik means that which is maya. That's a big philosophy is coming. This whole universe is nothing but maya. Maike, in the illusory world, in this whatever you are seeing, these are all maya. As I said, a very high dose medicine is given because to take out the bereaved or grief condition of Arjuna, So he's bringing the highest Vedantic principle. So he says, Maike in the illusory objects, Sattvavat, they are like true. These are all true. This is true. My hunger is true. My anger is true. My frustration is true. I see things, that is everything, that is true. But it is not true. But due to Maya, it is you are creating that idea, Sattvavat Jnanam. It is almost like truth. So Maike Sattvavat Jnanam. Jnanam means the knowledge. And Shoko Mohasya Karanam. Shoka means grief. And grief brings delusion. When we are grieving, we forgot the surrounding. We forgot the really nothing has happened because someone is gone. We will also go. Someone is gone early. I will go tomorrow. I will go another year afterwards. So why to be so much? So that's why this is happening because what is Maya? Definition of Maya is that which is not there, but it appears like that. Maya is that which appears to be true but is not there. Appears to be true but not there. Like the water you see in the desert, there is no water, but you see it water. And that's why you get deluded. I'm thirsty, let me go and have some drinking water. So similar many things we see. The stars, we are seeing small spots of light. But it is not. But I see that. I see because it appears. But it is due to distance, it is becoming like that. That factor we do not understand. And we don't believe the astronomers who have seen with the telescope, measured the dimension and things. So spiritual scientists, they are saying, this is the statement by the spiritual scientist, like Krishna, the Lord himself, that it is his Maya, but he is saying that this Maya, which is not true, Sattvavat Jnanam. First of all, you are taking it to be granted that this is truth. This is a play, like a dream in the night. How many things come, how many things go, how many suffering, how many joys. But where are those realities? So long you see, it is there. When you wake up, then it's gone. So we are also here, sleeping. Daydreaming. When our daydream will break, then what will you see? There's nothing. Even you go to deep sleep, what happens? Where goes this world? All your excitement, all your frustration, all your depression, where does it go when you go to sleep? They have no meaning. They have no existence at all. So that's why it is Maya. Maya is creating this delusive idea that it is there, but truly it is not. It's a miracle. It is to be understood very deeply. We are reading every time Maya again, etc. But this is so real now. Everything is real. And I sleep just this moment. Everything vanishes. Nothing remains. If you go to deep sleep, then nothing remains. Not a trace of any reality there. You are just in a dark, dark state or ignorant state of mind, where there is nothing visible, nothing perceivable, like an person who has gone to coma. They remain in that state. No? Of course, they may dream also, I do not know. But when you go to deep sleep, similarly, when you go to your awakened state, by meditation and prayer, thinking of the light within and the divine within, you go back to yourself, this world will not be there. Its reality is imagined only. It is non-existing. But That brings, because first mistake, what is the first mistake? First blunder, that this world is true because of Maya. You accept that this is true. Ramakrishna said, I could have covered the whole of Kamarpukur with gold leaf had I known that it is eternal. It is all Maya. It is changeable. Universe is always changing. So, Maya Sattvac Jnanam, that is the Karanam, is the cause of Shoka, bereavement, and Moho, delusion. Shoka comes first and Moho comes next. And they jointly work together, Shoka and Moho. Tam Buddhosi, you are Tam, you are both Buddhosi. You are a man of wisdom. You are a man of awakened person. You are not like ordinary person. You are a great Arjuna. You have studied the Vedas and all this with a teacher. You know archery. You know how to run a kingdom. All this. You are not an ordinary guy. So Tang Buddhosi, you are the person of wisdom. Cha Dhirosi, and you are also steady in wisdom. That means your mind is settled. You have much capacity to hold your mind steady. Sokam taktva, therefore you give up your soka, bereavement, and shukhi bhavo. Give up your soka, give up your bereavement, give up your sense of loss. You have lost nothing. Like laser beam, people are creating now laser beam in the space. They are creating such beautiful things which are not there. When you see such shows in Disneyland, in the evening time, every day they have a show. So if someone goes and sees, you will see the realities there in the sky. But no, it is nothing. That is the Maya. That's why example is given that this world has not been there. It is only is a mental imagination. And we create that imagination and then we cry. They give the example like a mother who is barren. For a novel, many novel can be written very nicely. That a barren mother gave birth to a child. And that boy became so strong. He is very bright, brilliant, learned. And then he went for a war and conquered this kingdom, that kingdom. He became a big emperor. He spread his kingdom in all directions, etc., etc. You can create a whole book. But primary mistake is that it's a barren mother's child. You miss that point only. That means there is no child. It is a created story. If you say barren, then that she cannot give birth to child. So Maya is barren, but she has given birth to these children. This whole world is her creation. No? So this is the fundamental mistake. That's why every spiritual aspirant should work on this point. This, I see it like laser beam. I see things, magicians doing impossible possible. That day, someone sent me one magic show. Magic show is, probably you have also seen that, is very popular probably on the online. So the magician is showing that she brought a one paper roll and then just spread it like that, pulled it, and there you find one lady came. And there is another person sitting over there. He threw a cloth over him and pulled it, and the man vanished. Then he created this lady by just unfolding a roll of paper, very small roll of paper, this much this, and then roll of paper, and unfolded it And then one lady came out of that. And then again the magician threw some cloth over her, and she stood on the other side. And the man was sitting on the magician with two people now. So three on the stage. So they threw a cloth on the man, and then he vanished, and then put on the woman, and the woman is found to be this side, and man is on that side. Actually, another last trick was that he saw. This is a very Vedantic. Then last time, the magician threw such cloth on each one, and ultimately on himself, and all vanished. Huh? The Maya vanishes. Maya saw Naseno Harsada. Maya, will read later on that Maya very pleased when she is destroyed. That is her happiness. She was playing this drama. The magician is playing this drama. It appears so real. Really, you will find that it's so real. They are nodding their head, eyes. You see, he's a real person. But how he does it, throwing a cloth within a split second, that man goes away, that lady goes away, and then comes and goes, and at the end, again, three of them appeared. No? And saluted the audience. So this is called Maya. And Maya, even magician himself, he also disappears. With the knowledge dawn that there is no creation. Ajatavada comes in a high philosophy, But when you see it is there, the drama is going on, the play is going on. Not that it is a hallucination only, but so long we see it is there. I see you, you are there, I am there. You cannot deny that. And when they are showing, the magician is showing two people, they are there. They are acting, their movement is showing that their presence. So see, world is like that, created by Maya. And this Maya only creates this idea that it is all true, and that creates the I have lost my son. So that is the shoka bereavement. And what is the meaning of this life? Why shall I live anymore? What is the purpose of all this moha delusion has come? It should not come, because you are not an ordinary man. Tang buddhosi. You are an intelligent man. Dhirosi. You have a steady wisdom. Shokam taktva. You give up this, knowing that it is Maya's play. Nothing is unreal, accepting Atman or Brahman. Samsare, fourth verse. Oh, did I read that?
No.
Achha. The running translation will be like that. The conviction that the objects of Maya are real. This is the conviction. This conviction that the Maya is real is the cause of grief. That is indeed a delusion. That is not there, but it is a delusion. You are intelligent and wise, so you be happy by giving up your bereavement and frustration. Fourth verse. संसारे माई के घोरे संसारे माई के घोरे सत्य भावेन मोहिता सत्य भावेन मोहिता ममता बद्ध चित्तोषी ममता बद्ध चित्तोषी देहो अभिमान जोगता देहा अभिमान जोगता संसारे माई के घोरे सत्य भावे न मोहित संसारे माने in this world संसारे माई के this sansar is माइक माने in the illusory objects things again illusory. Why? I have described before that in the laser beam show there will be a big huge castle There may be someone entering into it, someone coming out. It is all visible, but they are not true. That's why samsara in this world, this is also a god, the magician is playing like that. Maike. It's an illusory object. And the terrible samsara, when people really face the challenges of life, how much intelligent one is there. You cannot say, oh, just it is it's a fun. It's a fun for the man of wisdom. Even man of wisdom gets the effect of these realities. Because so long you are in the body mind, you are in the Maya. So there comes this problem. Therefore, samsara in this world, maiki, in these illusory objects, gore in the terrible and violent world, sattva. Bhavana means thinking. Thinking that it is true. Satya. Satya bhavena. Mohito. We have become deluded again. And mamata baddha. We have been attached. Baddha means bound. They're bound. Bound by the tie of mamata. Mamata means me, mine. I am the owner. I will have to look after. If I don't look after, what will happen? My son, my husband, my father, my mother, my friend. If anything happens to other, I don't care about. But my, where I am the owner, there comes the grief. As we say, everyday newspaper, how many people are being dying and doing all this. We are not concerned about them. My knowledgeable person, who is my other devotees connected with, I know, or any blood relation, then it becomes very serious. That is the delusion. So it is mamata abadda. Who has bound us in the world? Baddha means bound by this mamata, ownership. My. Say someone kept the money in the investment, and someone's investment went high up, and someone's down. Who suffers? One enjoys thinking my money has gone high now. Investment is a good investment. And my investment was a wrong investment. See, I lost everything. No? Or lost this much. So this is the myness. That is the concept which creates all our trouble. Ahamidam mamaidam iti naisargiko and loko vyavaharo. Acharya Shankara said this, that ahamidam, me first, I, and mamaidam, this is mine. These are the two relationship is connected with everyone. I and mine. Me and mine. And this is the play of the Maya going on. Because of that, if everyone was detached, don't care for anybody, then no one will suffer. Someone is dying, oh, let him die. Someone is crying in pain, okay, let him die. What is there? So I do not mind. And me, we suffer because I feel I am the body. All the body's aches and pains and suffering, joy, we feel that is joy. So I and mine, these are the three, mamata, baddha, being fettered or bound. Chitta, our mind has, this is the fetter, this is the rope, it's a knot they have tied with me and mine. You are being deho vimanato because you have your body identity. You don't think that you are Atman. You don't think that you are beyond the body. Body is only a temporary home where you have taken shelter. And the home becomes old. You may purchase a new home, but after 10 years it becomes old. 20 years it becomes old. We all got a fresh house when we were babies. Fresh engine, heart, lungs, everything was God given, everything was working, and it's flourishing. No? And now it has become old, it is declining. So teeth is falling, the eyesight is going. It's an old house. What can you do?
But Abhimannu's body was not old.
Abhimannu's body was old, not the question. His father thought he's gone. That is the problem. Arjuna felt that Abhimannu, my son is gone. Other son is also gone. He should cry in the same way. Not only Abhimannu died that day. Yeah. How many soldiers were killed that day? But it is Abhimannu's problem with Arjuna becomes so severe. Like our also, when I have identification with somebody, I feel this joy with the joy of that person, suffering with the suffering of that person. So because of the Deho Vimana, body identity, as a consequence, as a result, we suffer. So this verse then, if we translate, it comes like that. As a consequence of identifying the self, capital self, with the body, small body, you have become deluded, O Arjuna, and entangled in the idea of me and mine. Your me and mine idea has come. Why we are me and mine? Because I don't know I am the Atman. If I had known I am Atman, the same Atman is everywhere. So there is nobody separate from me. Nobody dies there. Nobody is born there. It is only one homogeneous reality. But because I am first they said Maya. Now they are bringing to individual discussion. Me, I am the culprit of my own suffering. Why? My Dehovima. Why I don't identify with Brahman or Atman? Or why don't I identify with the cosmic reality? In the cosmic view, huh, if you see that today 10,000 people died, yes, you cry for 10,000 people, and 20,000 people or 1 million has born today. You rejoice for them. So where is your suffering then? You see both the fun going on. One side creation, another side destruction. But I think it is me, this is mine, and all related thing to this body, this mind, this emotions, this ego. This is me. I'm concerned about that. I'm the owner about that. I have to, I feel for their pains and agonies. So deho vimanata. So this is the point. This verse is very important. A samsare in this world, maike, which is illusory objects. We are very thinking that amohito, being deluded, eh, deluded and entangled in the idea. Idea is the me and mine. And taking objects of this terrible illusory world to be real. We are thinking this world is real. Every moment we think this world real. If you don't feel real, then why you will be worried about it? Anything. Huh? You don't worry about something happening in there's Akasha Kusum. Huh? So if there is a flower garden and this garden is lost in the sky, a flower garden in the sky, it may be a good word, but it has no reality. But we can be deluded in this way. There was a garden, beautiful garden in the sky, and that garden was full of flowers, fragrant flowers. And suddenly someone came and destroyed that. You can go on creating a novel, a play. Similarly, this world is like that. It has not been created. It is the concept in individual case, me and mine, me and mine. Hmm. Therefore, Momotavaddu Chittosi, your mind is deluded with this idea and entangling me and mine, and you are taking this world as real. Hmm. Fourth verse. I'll read another verse, 5-10 minutes, and then if any question, then I will respond to that. Fifth verse. Fifth verse. This beautiful verse, very simple. को वासि त्वं कथं जातः को वासि त्वं कथं जातः कः सूतो वा कलत्रकं कः सूतो वा kalatrakam katham va snehobadhosi katham va snehobadhosi ksanamatram vicharayo ksanamatram vicharayo ko vaosi. Who are you? Ko vaosi. Who are you? Analyze. Think. Who are you? And this is a very deep study. Katham jato. How you are born. Kah shuta. Who is your son? Ba. Kalatrakam. Who is your wife? Katham ba sneho. How you got this affection. You bound by affection. You get entangled. Shanamatram. For a moment, vicharayo. Just analyze. Determine. Very important question. So you have a basic question of ko vaosi. First you think, who are you? Eh? You say, suppose my name was given one name. If my parents have given some Muslim name or given some Jewish name, I would be identifying with that name. But I identify with the name I got from my parents. Actually, am I anything? By my name, am I changing? The same person. You can name 10 names. Tell who Kova. And you are Atman really, and you are thinking you are body, you are a man, you are a woman, you are born with this parent. Kova Osi. Katham Jato. How are you born? Why did you born in this family? Why someone is born in another family? Whether karma, this, that, all this theory will come. Kasuto. Who is your son? Ah, they will discuss all these things next. Each question they will deal with that. And ba kalatrakam, who you think that your wife or your husband. Huh? Husband was a forever husband. You come in relationship after certain years. Either it is arranged marriage or your own friendship. It is not, you are not connected. You are a baby. When you are a baby, where is your husband? Before birth, where is your mother? How you are born? Your karma has brought you somewhere. Their karma has been also connected. So we got connected together. And each one's karma split. We all gone here and there or still together. So think this way. Live in this world happily. You are thinking your son is lost. And you know it is not. Katang Basneho Vaddosi. And how being this, where is your son, how it came in your life, knowing all these things, not knowing Katang Vaddosi. How are you getting entangled with them, these people? Think for a moment. This is very important point. They will analyze. So really, if we look at our relationship, it is made in a particular time period of our life. When we are born, we have some friendship was different. When you are young, we have some friendship. And now we are going, we have our other friends. So it is like, how do we connect with each other? Actually, no one is known to each other. As I always suggest that it is like a train journey, long train journey from Calcutta to Madras, Chennai. Earlier days, 3 days journey. So long trip. Nowadays there are fast trains coming. It is quicker, and more are coming to be more fast trains. But it takes long time. And in your journey, it stops in different stations. Yeah. And as soon as the station comes, what happens? Some people get down, some people come up. You are sitting there. In your journey, you are the only person sitting there. In your life, some people are not known, they come. Not known, they suddenly come. And in the train, I have traveled many times, long distance, and many, many times. So someone will come, be very friendly. Hello, how? What a great time we saw. We discussed in some spiritual and this and that, or some common interest thing. They get friendship. Aha, where do you live? And I am taking his phone number and his address, and he is taking my phone number address, and we see immediately we start writing letter, reaching at Chennai. Oh, I remember you, and I offer my sweets and whatever food I am carrying. They give their what their lunch or supper they have prepared from home, nice luchis and halwas and all these things. So we get friendship. And some guy come also, they start pushing me. Hey, hey, Harry, it is my seat. The 4 5 people took up my seat and I cannot sleep. Larry, it is my seat. I have to sleep night time. And they got into argument and fighting. Then I will have to be angry with them, but they bear with them. So bad experience, good experience. And this guy is also not known to me. That guy was also not known to me. But this is the life's journey going on. We have no relationship connection in this way. Maybe a karma relation, otherwise, why this train particularly reaches them and these passengers are coming. Another set of passengers will be waiting for the next train. So we are all connected in that sense, but it is by God's will we are connected. But there, no one is enemy, no one is my friend. But in relationship, it happens like that, And we lose someone. Someone gets down, we don't see them. We lament for them. Good friend, oh, we are good friend. And a bitter experience comes afterward. So this is life. We have really no connection with anyone, but we have got connected in Maya, thinking me and mine. And or you can say even you are as a devotee, you can see God has connected us this way and God has taken away. Then we should not cry. God has connected us and God's will, things have gone. So what is your business? Why you are saying me, mine? If we look at from that perspective and Vedantic perspective, of course, we have to think that Shanamatram Vicharaya. And for a moment, Shana means moment, Vicharayo, analyze. Okay? You analyze for a moment. Who are you? Kobasi? Twang kathang jato? Eh? How you are born? Kosuto? You are born and your son. Who is your son? Who is your wife? How he came into your life or husband? Katanga Snehobadosi, how you get entangled in the loving relationship, affectionate relationship with your son. Shanamatram Vichara. Think of this for a moment. Okay? So we end here today. Om Shanti 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 Hari Om Tatsat Sri Ram Krishnarpanam Astu. But now I'll be, I can be some time for your question answer if anything is there. And tomorrow will be our gospel class, and I will be giving the gospel class tomorrow at 7:30. So no question. Wow, wonderful.
You can, one email has come. You can also put email.
Last time some question was waiting.
No, this is.
Laloro, thank you.
Right?
I can't thank you enough, Maharaj. Thank you. Thank you, Maharaj.
So when one has the supreme love and goes beyond three gunas and gets into the stage of nirvikalpa samadhi, does he realize God that time or merges in that? Can we also call the person as self-realized, God-realized? So there is a question we have our not related to this class, but it is almost we can relate. Question is that when we are endowed with supreme knowledge, here we are talking about knowledge. If you know, then your problem is solved. Then you will not be affected so much. So now you are falling in love with God, supreme love, which we talked in the Narada Bhakti class at 4:30. So that question comes when it is one reaches the supreme love for God, that is a state where you go beyond the three gunas, Sattva, Rajas, and Tamas. We are in the Sattva, Rajas, and Tamas now. But when one goes beyond Sattva, Rajas, and Tamas, they actually attain the state of perfect love for the divine, supreme love, not ordinary love. Ordinary love or practicing love, and that is beyond. It's called the Parabhakti. So when we want reach that point, actually that is the state of being absorbed in the joy, bliss of God. In Vedantic term we call Brahma, and in loving term we call God. So don't get mixed up with the word, but technically it is different. God is different, Brahman is different. God, who is God? Brahman with Maya is called God. Brahman added with Maya, when Brahman is viewed through the lens of Maya, then world comes. That's a Jagat. And when one, by practice of meditation and prayer, reaches that state of God, God intoxicated, God intoxicated. God is a saguna, with a form, name, beauty, his quality. But when you go dive deep into that, then you forget his name, quality, you get merged into his bliss. That is called Ananda. And then you dive deep into that Ananda, then you lose. That's why Ramakrishna, Sri Chaitanya, they are singing and dancing. And in that dancing mood, they were getting inside that bliss and they get lost into bliss. That's why Thakur in that samadhi goes to, we call samadhi, but he is dipped into the ocean of joy. And as a result, we find, though he is physically almost dead, no breath, no sign of life, but face is beaming with joy, as if the touch of joy is manifest to their very features. So yes, you can say that it is the same state. That's why Ramakrishna said, whatever way you follow, bhakti path, if you have to mean, it is the language of love, and Vedanta path, not this, Kosi, who are you? You are not the body, you are not the mind, no? Tang kathang jato, how are you born? You are not born, you are unborn, you are absolute, you are birthless, you are deathless, you are Atman, no? Kovajat, Kasuto, there is no son, there is no daughter, there is no mother, there is no father. Shankaracharya says. So think this way, then is a Vedanta path. But whatever you do, we reach ultimately the same goal. Okay? I think that is the same God realization on Nirvikalpa Samadhi, as Ramakrishna said. I think it is the same. Thank you. Another question. Can you talk about Mahabharata from Duryodhana's point of view? Was he really that bad? I feel we all have a bit of Duryodhana within us in the form of anger and greed. Yes, you are right. We are human. Yes, in us is Duryodhana. And philosophically, you can think that Duryodhana, Dushasana, all these names are also bad characteristics, which we inherit in us. We are a mixture of good and bad. And that's why we want to give up the Duryodhana characteristic and to reach to Arjuna characteristic. What is Duryodhana characteristic? He is away from God. He is greed. He is hankering for the kingdom, following all evil tricks, negative tricks. And Arjuna, honest, sincere, truthful, but they are suffering. So these are two roles. In the Maya, two roles are there. Good and bad will be always there. It is not separate. Vedanta says there is no devil to give the bad ideas, and there is no God to give the good ideas. All comes from one reality. Only through the gunas, it will be darker manifestation is called evil, and brighter manifestation is called good. That's all. So here, Therefore, Duryodhana's point of view is that everyone's point of view is correct. Is it not in this world? When you think something, you think that is correct. I think it's correct. That is the clarity of the mind. Mind is sattvic quality. Mind is associated with sattika quality, rajasa quality, or tamas quality. But these qualities are not separate from God. Brahman and its power, that is called the Maya, or Prakriti, Sattva, Rajas, and Tamas. These are the three gunas called the Prakriti. So, everything is God in a way, appearing as good and bad. Duryodhana has to play a role. Duryodhana, he was also a devotee, but everyone is a devotee. Those who are killing people in the name of religion, are they not devotees? My religion is true, your religion is bad, and people go that far to kill someone. So are they not devotees? They are devotees. But that's a wrong understanding, clouded mind giving that picture. And when mind is clouded, this negativity will be more. When mind is purer, so Arjuna was a purer mind, and that was a so that indicates our internal struggle. Duryodhana characteristic, Arjuna characteristic. Arjuna surrendered to God. Arjuna, any question comes, he goes to, oh Lord, please help me. Duryodhana, he saw the Vishwarup, the cosmic form of God. Sri Krishna showed to Arjuna, no? The cosmic form. In him, the whole universe. No? Arjuna saw, Duryodhana also saw. Duryodhana, after seeing, said, oh Krishna, you are a magician. You show your magic trick. My wife also knows much more trick. So I understand. Don't delude me. Seeing the cosmic form, Arjuna was overwhelmed. And he said, oh Lord, my life is satisfied, but I cannot take any more. I do not know how big you are. I am overwhelmed. Please come back to your human form. And this is the statement of Arjuna mind. Duryodhana mind said, it is all fantasy. It is all magic show. You are creating like a magician, all this to bewilder us. So these two state of mind, and we will have to go from the lower state of mind to the higher state of mind and beyond mind. So that is the lesson we can learn out of it. Thank you. Saguna Brahman, a part of Maya, or they to be understood as different? Saguna Brahman, a part of Maya, or they to be understood as different? No. Brahman, the Nirguna Brahman, which is the Satchidananda Brahman, when the veiling power and projecting power of Maya adds, then he becomes Saguna. You can remember, Brahman plus Maya is equal to Saguna Brahma. Nirguna Brahma plus Maya is equal to Saguna Brahma and his creation. So Krishna, Rama, what are they? Nirguna Brahma added with Maya, name and form. He who does not do anything, he starts doing by the power of Maya. The Maya, whose power? Maya, where did he got power? Maya's power is Brahma's power. So it is not separate from Brahman. Ramakrishna's example, Shakti and Shaktiman. The snake, not doing anything, lying down. And snake with a hood up. It is called when it is Shakti and it is without. So Brahman does not do anything. Like Lord Shankara, lying down in the flat. And Mother Kali is representing that. With the power of Ma Kali, this all creation has come. That is the Ishvara is created there. So yes, Saguna Brahma is, you can Keep this formula: Nirguna Brahma plus Maya is equal to Saguna Brahma. Another question: if a person like Arjuna of such high caliber, despite hearing from God Himself, is grieving, do we ordinary people have any hope to cross Maya? Yes, by God's grace, how many people have crossed this Maya? We will also get it. We should have hope. And that's the reason Ramakrishna came, Buddha came, Christ came, Ramachandra came. So, yeah, they came to do that. Lead the Rama's life. Sabari, a lady in the tribal lady, she also got the vision of Rama. So, no, it will happen. Arjuna's, like a pure soul, has such caliber, still he gets this grip. But we have to listen how they got out of the grip. That's why we are reading Shanti Gita. We have to find the way, and this book tells us the way, as Bhagavad Gita has told the way. It is very natural because we are under the spell of Maya. But there is a way out. We are not blocked. Arjuna is a great power, but Arjuna is, so we should be careful. We should work hard for our spiritual development. We should have to do more spiritual practice and pray. Then will happen. Yes, that is the hope. Ramakrishna came. Everyone will be liberated. Ramakrishna said, everyone will be liberated. Some in the morning, like someone will have their meal. Those who go to school, in early days in our home, we used to see school going boys and girls, they get the first meal. They go to school. Then the elderly people who are in the home, they get their lunch in the lunchtime. And the mother and uncle and auntie and others, they are cooking. They are the last batch to eat, no, in the afternoon. So everyone will eat in the world of this God's world. Everyone will be fed, but someone in the early, someone will be late, depending on who is asking for that what. And another question: what is Saguna Brahma? Saguna Brahma means Brahman is Satchidananda. It has no beginning, no end, no quality, no description. That is called Nirguna Brahma. Satchidananda is the term given for Nirguna Brahma. Then you say, oh, you are talking about Satchidananda, then again Nirguna. Well, it cannot be said, but there's a faint idea of giving a concept of that Nirguna Brahma, which is eternal existence, eternal consciousness, and eternal blissfulness. No, this is it. But when that Nirguna becomes Saguna, then he becomes Rama, then he becomes Krishna, then he becomes Shiva, Durga, Kali, all the Hindu pantheon of gods and goddesses. Everyone is coming, that absolute, in the form, name and form. And when name and form, we are people in the world with name and form, it becomes easy for us to call upon God when God becomes kindly, comes down in the form of name and form. Otherwise, Nirguna, God infinite, we cannot think much. Our capacity is not there. How many people can think of the Pacific Ocean, if I say, or the 5 oceans are there? See, I say 5 oceans. All of you are thinking the 5 oceans. How? There's a map of 5 oceans. Is that the real ocean? You cannot go think of one ocean. You cannot think of this Los Angeles even. How big is this? You go, spread yourself. What do you think of Brahman? One star, another star, trillions, billions, trillions of stars, interspace. Go as much. So Nirguna Brahma is very difficult to understand. That's why we, being in Maya, in the Saguna Brahma, we need one concrete ideal of us before us, who is godlike, who is like Brahman, who is Brahman almost, in purity, in love, in compassion, in holiness, in joy, in bliss, in consciousness, awareness, like Ramakrishna. Constant awareness of God, constant conscious about it, constantly steeped in blissfulness. Though throat cancer, but he is oblivious of that and enjoying that bliss all the time. So, yeah. So, Saguna Brahma is that Ishvara who creates this universe. Nirguna Brahma cannot do anything. Creation, destruction, and preservation is beyond that. But when he comes down one step down, then he is called Ishvara. He is called Saguna Brahma. Okay? Thank you. Jai Ma. Thank you all for these questions. We end here today. Jai Ma. Jai Sri Guru Maharaj Ki Jai.